Major new studies have revealed even higher levels of cancer-causing chemicals in America's drinking water, as well as all over the planet. As you know, I handled the first case ever tried dealing with this issue up in the Ohio River Valley. Our team tried 5 of them in a row, back to back. The defendant lost every time. That was DuPont. But this case is really about 3M, isn't it? 3M made a product, PFOS, PFOAS. There's a variation of the chemical, but it's all bad. It's all bad. The science is overwhelming on this issue. What is your take on what's developing right now?
What's developing right now, we're finding out from all the most recent studies over the last 12 months, is horrifying. Right, this is an issue everybody needs to be aware of, because we're looking at a situation right now where more than 200 million Americans, possibly all Americans, are drinking regular drinking water contaminated with these PFOS and PFAS chemicals that are known endocrine disruptors. They cause cancer. They can exacerbate asthma, make it more likely that you develop asthma.
Worse than that. This is birth defects.
Right.
I mean, the cases we tried up in the Ohio River Valley, I tried everything from cancer of the kidneys, cancer of the testicles. There's birth defects issues. Here's the problem. 3M knew about this within the first 5 years that they made the chemical. They hid it from about 1955 up until the mid-90s, hid it from the EPA. Their own documents showed that they absolutely knew that this chemical that's used, it's ubiquitous, Farron. They use it on frying pans to make Teflon. They use it in clothes to make waterproof clothes. They use it in Scotchgard. They use it, the place we're seeing it the worst right now is military bases use it as fire control.
Right.
In other words, they'll spray down an entire runway because of planes coming in, and they want to make sure there's no fire risk. What happens with that is it moves off into the aquifer, and then it becomes part of the drinking water. It's right now, if we look at where this is, it's in the environment for 1 million years. 1 million years. So if it goes into a riverbed, it's there for 1 million years, even if the water's fresh. Even if they try to take drinking water and to filter the drinking water in a particular area, it comes back because it's in the soil that moves into the aquifer.
And what's also terrifying too is it's not just what we're learning now is it's not just because it runs off and soaks in. We're learning that this stuff is evaporating with the water, and that is one of the major ways it's traveling all over the world. This latest study from this summer was looking at water samples from the Arctic Ocean. You know, not exactly a huge human population there to put this stuff in the water, and it's there in alarming numbers because it's evaporating and moving all over the globe. Yeah, and that makes regulation so hard. Is it's hard to regulate evaporation and rain.
Well, I mean, here's the real problem. It's what we call biopersistent. Once it moves into your body, it's biopersistent. Once it moves into the environment, it's biopersistent. That means it stays. It's going to be there. It's bioaccumulative. Each and every exposure to this product, PFAS, PFOS, increases the level of your exposure. The half-life on just ridding this from your body is 5.4 years. That's the half-life. And that means every day you're around this drinking it, your cancer burden increases, risk of birth defects increases, risk of gastrointestinal, bad gastrointestinal problems. They've just really started understanding how badly it's affecting the human body. But when you take a toxin and you make the toxin biopersistent and you make it bioaccumulative to where each and every exposure adds to that threshold, you've got a big problem. I don't see an end in sight on this. I mean, I'm the guy handling this litigation all over the country, and as I look at what the government's doing, EPA's running away from it, aren't they?
They are, and that's another terrifying fact about this story. And that's not just today the EPA's running. EPA ran away from it in the 90s, in the early 2000s. They're running away from it today. They always have.
And the problem is this never degrades. It's always the same molecule today. It's going to be the same molecule 1 million years from now. Thank you for joining me, Farron, okay?
Thank you.